Hi, my name's Sam, and today I'm really honoured to share my wealth builder journey with you. I'm going to talk about three things. I'm going to talk about the financial gains, I'm going to talk about one small thing that made a massive difference, and I'm also going to talk about expansion and how I've grown as a person and into myself as a result of doing wealth builders. I first did FFU Live back in October 2015. I then went on to do FFU and PIMS, and then I decided to sign up for Wealth Builders last year. So if I talk about the financial gains first, there's so many, but I've just picked highlights. But the main one for me is that I've increased my net worth by 43%. So that's 43%. That's as of the 25th of January 2019. I've actually come from a place of debt. So in May 2013, I was £60,000 in debt. By October 2015, when I did FFU Live, I had paid off half of that, mostly to the credit cards, but I still had some family loans to pay off. So what FFU, PIMS and Wealth Builders gave me was they just kept me on track with that. I mentioned that I had a little bit of family debt left to pay, and prior to Wealth Builders, I was on track to pay that back August 2019. I've actually paid that back in last December, so I paid it back 8 months early. For me, I was not feeling free. I felt very beholden to this particular member of my family, even though they had not put conditions or strings on it. That was all me. I felt my life wasn't my own, and I just really wanted to get it paid off. So I am now officially completely debt-free. I've also reduced my time to reach my break-even number. So I've reduced that by 8 years. I was on track before Wealth Builders to do that in 2033, and I'm now on track to do that in 2025, which, as it turns out, will be my 55th year. With Wealth Builders, I now understand the levers, and I understand what I can do to accelerate it. So if I choose to, I've got property, I've got a low input business, various other things that I could use to accelerate that if I choose. So I've talked about some of the bigger things, but I'd really like to talk now about the small thing that made a massive, massive difference. And that was spend tracking. So the key things that I used were Anne's Wealth Foundation spreadsheet. And in that there's an income statement, a balance sheet and a wealth scorecard. And the wealth scorecard is where the net worth gets recorded. And I've just consistently done it. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's a bit of a slog. But basically what it showed me from the research that I was doing for this video is that I've increased my net worth from October 2015 to February 2019. That's 3.5 years. I increased my net worth by 958%. I mean, ridiculous, amazing, what? So that leads us quite nicely on to expansion. So in terms of expansion, one of the things that's been really great for me about working with Anne and Maxine is not only the financial education, but it's also this wealth of experience in the self-development, personal development sphere as well. So it's almost like every self-development course that I've ever been on, Anne is able to just distill it down into these really clear nuggets of information that really resonate. And her ability to deliver content around how to get shit done has been absolutely brilliant for me. I'm working full-time. I'm in full-time employment when I've done this course. I've really learned a lot. I mean, key things about how to say no, managing overwhelm, all that kind of time management stuff is invaluable. One of the things that I've done this year is I've actually had an exhibition of my paintings. And I'll just show you an example of one here. It's just on the wall behind me. But I sort of tapped again into my creativity, and having an exhibition has been on my bucket list forever. And I want to bring that back to Wealth Builders, because actually my mission on this planet is to inspire, empower and support people to find their voice and shine. And I am on my own journey with that, and there's lots more learning to do. But part of that is my money story. And part of that is having the financial foundations in place to move forward from, to fulfill and start addressing and taking action on on that mission.